Taehyung and Jungkook are both on edge, utterly exhausted from the ceaseless crying over 5-day-old baby girl. It's the middle of the night and you are pacing the room, gently swaying the baby in your arms, trying everything you can think of to calm her. Oh, please, please don't cry. Please, baby, you plead softly, your voice trembling both exhaustion and desperation. Despite your efforts, the baby cries continue unabated. Jungkook, who has been trying to sleep through the noise, finally sits up, his face contorted in a mix of frustration and fatigue. Why does she only cry at night? Jungkook grumbles, rubbing his eyes and running a hand through his dishevelled hair. His tone is a mix of annoyance and helplessness. Because she's your daughter, you snap back, a touch of sarcasm coloring your voice. Naturally, she's going to annoy me. Ryan, I know you have just become a mother, but you can't just taunting me like this. Jungkook says, his voice rising slightly with frustration. He looks at you with a mix of hurt and confusion. Yes, I have become a mother. You should back your patience wearing thin. But you haven't quite grasped that you are a father now. You're still acting like you don't have a clue. How can you call me useless? Jungkook voice raises in expressions. I am sorry, Wine, but companies don't give me maternity leave to men. I still have to go to work. I'm doing the best I can. But you don't have the responsibilities for the baby too? You challenge, your voice sharp with frustration. Or is she only my responsibility? What do you want me to do? Jungkook says his tone defensive. She doesn't stop crying and she's only 5 days old. We don't have that connection yet. I have a connection with her, but you don't seem to. You say, frustration bubbling over. It's like you are not even trying. Yeah, because God didn't give me to feed her. Jungkook slaps, his voice tinged with bitterness and resentment. His frustration with the situation is clear. Unable to hold back any longer, you grab a pillow and throw it at him with force. The pillow hits him squarely in the face and he looks momentarily stunned. He stands up from the bed. His face is a mix of anger and resignation and walks towards the bathroom. Yeah, go ahead, beat me, Jungkook says bitterly, his voice echoing off the walls. I am the villain, right? Just go ahead and take it out on me. He closes the door behind with a thud. As he does, the baby suddenly stops crying and you let out a relieved sigh. Wow, even you don't like him, you whisper to the baby, your voice soft and soothing. Mama doesn't like him either. It's okay, Mama will kick him out of the room. But promise me you will let me get some sleep. You carefully lay the baby down in her grip, feeling a mixture of relief and exhaustion. As Jungkook emerges from the bathroom, you toss the blanket and pillow towards his side of the bed with a decisive gesture. Out, Jungkook, you order, your tone firm and unyielding. Jungkook acts to look confused and a bit hurt. What do you mean out? I thought we could work this out. I'm just trying to help. Mama and daughter don't like you, say firmly, emphasizing each word. So, out. Jungkook's face brightened slightly, a mixture of relief and satisfaction crossing his features. He had hoped to sleep on the couch but didn't have the courage to ask. Now, with you kicking him out, he feels a strange sense of victory. Okay, fine, but remember this, Jungkook will take revenge. You're not exactly winning any points with me. He warns, his voice a mix of challenge and resignation as he gathers his things. Revenge? Really? Just go. You respond, your tone tired but resolute. I need some peace and quiet. As Jungkook heads towards the door, he turns back and says, I am serious, Wine. This isn't over. Whatever, you reply, your voice wary but firm. Just let us get some peace. Jungkook leaves the room, muttering under his breath. You hear him grumbling as he heads for the couch and he smiles to himself, feeling a mix of relief and satisfaction. He settles into the couch, hoping for a few hours of uninterrupted sleep. Jungkook lies on the couch, unable to ignore the relentless cries of your baby girl. The sound gnaws at him, filling him with guilt as he thinks about you managing alone. After hours of tossing and turning, he decides he can't bear it any longer. He gets up, his resolve firm, and heads towards your bedroom. As he opens the door, he sees you clearly exhausted, trying to soothe the baby in your arms. The room is dimly lit and your face shows a mix of frustration and weariness. Jungkook takes a deep breath, stepping in cautiously. You glance at him, your expression a mix of surprise and annoyance. You're back here? I thought you were taking a break. Jungkook, I was. Jungkook admits, approaching you with a look of concern, but I can't ignore it anymore. I know I have been slacking and I want to help. I just didn't realize how hard it would be. You sigh, your patience running thin. Well, it's not exactly a walk in the park, you know. If you had been more involved, we might not be in this mess. I know, Jungkook says, lowering his gaze. I'm really sorry. I want to make it right. Just let me help. You raise an eyebrow, your voice tinged with frustration. Fine, but don't expect her to magically stop crying. She's been at it for hours. Jungkook notes, stepping closer and gently taking the baby from your arms. As he starts to rock the baby slowly, he hums softly, trying to replicate the soothing motions you have used. The baby girl whimpers a bit but seems to calm slightly in his arms. See, I am giving it my best shot, Jungkook says, glancing at you with hopeful smile. He continues to soothe the baby. You settle back into bed, trying to relax. Jungkook looks over at you occasionally, his determination clear. The room, though still filled with tension, starts to feel a bit more manageable as you both work to find rhythm. I'm really tired. That things. You give him a tired but appreciative look as he carefully continues to comfort the baby. The night remains challenging, but with Jungkook finally stepping up, there is a glimmer of hope that things might improve. Jungkook offers a small, reassuring smile. Go get some sleep. It will be quieter on the couch. The sound doesn't carry as much out there. You might actually get a few hours of interrupted sleep. You hesitate for a moment, then let out a very sigh. Fine, but only because I am exhausted. Jungkook carefully places the baby back in her crib, making sure she's settled before turning back to you. Go on, I'll take care of everything here. You stand up slowly, your body protesting the movement, and make your way towards the couch. As you pass by Jungkook, you give him a tired smile. Thanks. I will, Jungkook says, his voice firm but gentle. Get some rest, we'll handle this. You settle on the couch, the questioning feeling surprisingly comfortable after the long night. Jungkook watches as you get comfortable, his expression a mix of relief and determination. You start to drift off, you hear Jungkook softly humming to the baby, trying to keep her calm. The room's noise levels to decrease, and you finally manage to get some much needed rest, knowing that Jungkook is taking over for now. The end.